What do you want to say?
Yes, we can.
Thank you very much.
Can hear you, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Mom. Okay. First of all, I have bad network, kind of. My network is actually kind of bad, but I hope he allows us for tonight. I really hope he does. So, although we'll just keep trying. Let's see where it leads us to. That's number one. Anyways, you're welcome to class. You're welcome to class. I plan to finish this class by 11 or before, or not before 11. I'm actually very, very exhausted, but let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. Let's see how we can go with it. Anyways, welcome to class once again. How was your weekend? Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you can hear me clearly, please. My network is bad, so I need to know if you can hear me clearly.
Yes, we can hear you. Me, I
Very
can
clear.
hear you.
Very
Yes, I
clear.
can hear you clear, sir.
Okay.
We're hearing you, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. Now, before I start, I would say something, or I think I gave you guys an assignment. I gave you guys an assignment last week when we did our cost of capital assignment. Although a couple of people did the assignment, I think I was able to respond to people. Although there are some people that I was not able to respond to anyways. The assignments were much, and the week last week and the weekend was actually quite a lot. So I know there was some people I was not able to reply to, but I know I was able to reply to a whole lot of, like, majority of people. But don't worry, I'll most likely still check the rest over the week. That being said, before I start, let me say something. People used to say my talk is too much. So people used to like my talk. But regardless of whichever category you fall in, I will still talk my talk. How would I say it? I can only help you to pass. I can only help you to pass. I will not write your exam for you. I will not study for you. I will not read for you. The only thing I can do from my hand is just to help you. Which, like I said from the very, very first day of this class, that I'm very devoted to do. I'll come again. I said I can only help you to pass. I cannot write your exam for you. I'm very devoted to helping you to pass. I'm very devoted to helping you with anything you need regarding me helping you, but I cannot pass. I cannot study for you. So I need you guys, what I'm saying is I need you guys to pay attention to anything I say in class, not necessarily only me, to other lecturers. I know some of you are still having some skepticism that Brown is a free center. If it's a free center, maybe they will not teach me very well. It is a lie. First, delete that thing from your head first. As of today, it's not mouth though. As of today, Apex is one of the best centers in Nigeria as of today. Yes, now, it's not pride. There's pride for me, but like, yes, you can check it anywhere. Apex is one of the best center in Nigeria as of today, even the fact that it is still free of charge. So what I'm telling you is there's opportunity that some of us were not given to. I left Ibadan to Port Harcourt to go and write ICAR. I know some of you might be saying that this thing, let me tell you something, you hear some people's story. You say, on top of this journey, I left Ibadan to go to Port Harcourt to go and write ICAR exam. It's not because of anything, it's because so that I'll be able to focus and know what I'm doing. Because I know if I did here, I did with my poor, I'll be too comfortable. Let me go to where I would not know anybody. I go to all my exams in Port Harcourt, everything. Only, okay, maybe when I have one or two references, I think I had reference in case studies, so I have to come back home to write it. My point exactly is, some of you might be feeling like your own story now is hard. Maybe you work 9 to 5, you work Kinecon, you have extra job, you have deliverables. Everybody here does. Yes, now, maybe not everybody, but 90% of everybody here does. It's not only you. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I'm actually exhausted as most of you are. I'm as exhausted as you are. But like, I will still deliver. So I don't know any excuse that you have for you not to go and read. What I'm saying this is, the assignment I gave, there were some mistakes I saw that should not have been made if you have listened to me. The assignment I gave that I marked for some people that I saw, there are no mistakes that anybody should make if you have actually listened to what I've been saying in class. So you can only come from two reasons. Either you've not listened to me at all, maybe you were not in class, which is understandable, or you were not paying attention. It could only come from those two reasons. But anyone that it is, please, let's adjust. I'm begging. Let's adjust. Like I always say, every diet since I got to Apex, from diet 1 to diet last diet, I always have more than 60% pass rates from SFL. I always have more than 60% out of about 1,000 students that write from Apex, or maybe 800. So I only have more than 60%, more than sometimes 70, sometimes 80% pass rate. These diets will not change. I even have plans to even increase this diet. These diets will not change. But like I always say, I can only just give my best. I need you to also give your best. I need you to also give your best. When I give assignment, do my assignment. It is important. That is only where I can see where your mistakes are. That is only where I can say, oh, this is where this student don't understand. Because at least those assignments I saw 1 or 2 commands that I'm going to address in class today. But it's because you attempted it. That's why I'm able to know. And when I correct it, you can go back to your book and say, oh, okay, I correct your mistakes and move on. It's because you attempted it. Imagine you did not attempt it. That will even know where the mistake are. You just come and copy. Some of you just want to copy. Well done. Maybe you are a photo, maybe you are a copying machine. Listen first, leave book, leave writing. All these things are things you can solve later on your own. Please try as much as possible. Let me come again. Try as much as possible to put in all your effort in this. This is the last phase. So it's the last leg. It's the last. After this one, you will not hear anything. If you are saying I can, let me not boast your head. When you are chartered, there are some things you will not even know about I can again. Only if you are in the center, like only if you are in the system. Yes, now I was talking to somebody one time, a chartered accountant by myself, but like he's not practicing. He's not even doing anything relating to ICAM. And so, do you know ICAM has changed syllabus? He say, hey, don't be recently they changed syllabus. So I was thinking, I thought he was talking about the recent one. They changed syllabus. They don't change them again. I'm like, so you don't even know. It's because it does not have anything to do with it again. So nothing concern them. I can. It don't pass. The 2 days after I qualified, somebody was telling me, somebody called me in the morning. I was like, you don't see pre-sing? I'm like, so it wouldn't be pre-sing. It's not because I've forgotten, but I felt like, why do I need to have seen pre-sing? Like they don't release pre-sing. Do you understand? It's because, and that's the paper I failed though. Because I failed case, so that's the right case study again. That's the paper I failed. So like imagine it's because I don't want to hear anything about it again. It's not pride. I've never written any ICAM paper twice. Not like twice, but like I mean after the first attempt, the second attempt, I always clear my ICAM papers. Never. My foundation, all skills, I failed PM, wrote PM again, second time, cleared it. Final, I cleared all, I wrote case study again. I wrote case study, yes, I wrote it and I passed it. I'm not smart. I'm not the smartest of all. It was just dedication. I did not do accounting. I studied biochemistry. So know where I was coming from. It was not, I was not even top 30 in my class for biochemistry. I was not top 30. I was not even top 40 safe, even though I was class rep. I was not top anything. But like it was dedication, night of not sleeping. All of you, I know some of you still went for one bed this Saturday. Yeah, sorry. I'm just trying to test this network before I know the network threw me out, yes, I know. So I'm just trying to test the network before I get it because I don't want something that I will get inside and I will continue. So I was saying that some of you like this, Big Brother has started, you know everything, you know every housemate that is inside. The day they go, they did their HOH game, everything you know. Netflix is in some of you guys like this, no go live there. How to kill a monkey, they never kill monkey finish. Now there you did. All the movies on Netflix is you that used to recommend. Well done. Clap for yourself. Continue. People are writing SFM 10 times, oh, it's not lie. They're writing case study 5, 6, 7 times. SFM, I know somebody that is still writing it today. Started 2021, 2020, still writing SFM today. It's not as if the person is not smart, though. It's not as if you have two head. It's the head you have that the person has. Better let's do this thing once and for all and let's clear it. Let's do it once and for all and let's leave it there. When I give assignment, do my assignment, ask me questions in class. But raise up your hand, please. Ask me questions in class, ask me questions in my DM. I can only make you pass. That's what I would just say. Thank you very much. Now let's begin. I think the network should allow us. At least it has allowed me for 20 minutes. So I think it should allow me. Anyways, thank you guys very much. I just needed to say that just to let you guys know that diet has started. Diet has started. And it has started. Work will start getting intense. See how many lectures we've had, even only Apex, even only SFM. He was joining with CR, joining with TAC, joining with, it's compiling. No one more. I can only talk my own. I cannot do more than talking. Anyway, so that being said, I hope anybody that wants to pick anything picks anything from this. And if you don't want to pick, it's still there. Okay, so let's go to SFM. Let's leave motivation for people that used to do it. Let's go to the one that I don't know how to motivate, but I know how to teach SFM. So let me go to SFM that I know how to teach. Now, before I start fully, I've started though. Please, I've started. Listen to me now. Let me do a little bit of recap in the next 10 minutes of what I spoke about in the last class. I don't know if you guys noticed something. I am very slow and very particular with cost of capital. Very slow and very particular with cost of capital for reasons best known to me and anybody that has written SFM before. I said I'm very slow and particular with cost of capital for reasons best known to me and for anybody that has written SFM before. Cost of capital is like foundation. That's why I'm even taking it early. It's like foundation of every other thing you will do after. Because over time, you'll be doing other things, a whole lot of other things. You will do mergers and acquisition. You will do investment. They are all based on cost of capital. So I'm standing on cost of capital. I'm very slow with it too, so that you understand the basics and you understand how it is being done. I've never taught cost of capital before in any diet. It's always other lecturers that teach it. But what I noticed last diet was that it was, I don't know how to explain, but it was not the way I wanted it to be. That's why I decided, okay, let me do it this diet and let me try to, as much as possible, to do it very well so that everybody can be on the same path. So listen to me. So I'm going to do recap this 25. I'm going to do recap in the next 10 minutes or 15 minutes so that we can all get idea of what I'm trying to say. Let me, please, I need a lady to call my attention to when I'm within time. Because when I enter spirit like this, to come out the lizard. Fetsi Adioti, your DP looks like you're a very, very fine woman. So please, can you help me? Can you help me with time, please?
Okay, so how many minutes?
Can give me 10 or 15. All these men now go to say I go call them. No one. Maybe 10. When it's 10, notify me. Then when it's 15, so I will stop 15. Thank you very much. So let's begin. Now, listen to me. Now, like I told you from the very beginning of this class, anything we do in SFM is not friction. It's not friction. It is, how would I explain it? It is something that is real. Like I said, I did biochemistry. I was mixing chemical and acid together. Those things don't make sense. Sorry if you did science here, very sorry. But like it don't make sense. Somebody will just give me hydrogen, give me sulfur, tell me to mix it together, you give me something. How? What they will say, I want H2O, it don't make sense. But when it comes to SFM, things make sense. How does it make sense? First, let me go back to our first class. From our first class, we said rules of financial managers. We said they have investment decision, financing decision, and dividend decision. Yes or yes?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Thank you. I just wanted to know if you guys were there. So they have those three types of decisions. Now, what I'm now saying is, don't forget when I said when it comes to investment decision, I said when it comes to investment decision, it's just for financial managers to know that, oh, okay, if you want to make any type of investment, these are the things you need to consider. These are the methods. These are the things you can use to make investment decisions. You can use MPV, IRR, accounting rate of return. It's real investment, not CBEX, not Sportybet. Real investment. Maybe real estate. You want to buy bond, you want to buy shares. Better one, not those ones that people were doing, that people used to do. So if you want to make good investment, these are things that you can use to gauge, okay, should I go for this investment or should I not? That's investment decision. I will not go deep in. I was talking about those things. You can watch the videos on YouTube. Now, from investment decision, we now spoke about financing decision. So financing decision was where I now said that Now you want to make maybe real estate investment of 1.5 billion, but what you have now is 1 billion. So you need to source for 500 million, Abi. Now, what I'm now saying is, for you to get 500 million, you need to source for funds. How do you source for funds? You can either use your equity, you use your debt, or you use your preference shares. Now, but what I said in class was capital, shares, and debt is still the same thing. Now, my point is, those people that you are going to borrow money from will not give you for free now. They are not Jesus. They will not give you for free. So everybody expects a particular return on their money. Either it is bank that you went to, or you collected it from your shareholders. All of them expect a minimum return on their money. That is cost of capital. That thing that person that is giving you money is expecting on his return is cost of capital. Now, what makes up a capital of an organization? I've left roles of financial manager now. What makes up a capital of an organization? You say debt, you say preference shares, and you say equity. Now, we are not going to calculate the cost of each and every one of them one by one. Can you see where this is coming from? It's not H2O, it's not hydrogen. See where it's coming from. There's a linkage. This cost of capital, now, the person that wants to borrow you money cannot just wake up one day and say, okay, I'm giving you 1 billion, and I'll collect 15% from it. It does not happen like that. There are some things that needs to be considered. There are some things that needs to be calculated as a financial manager before you can come to a particular percentage. That's why we are now teaching you how you can calculate the cost of equity. If it's equity you want to go for, if it's debt, you can calculate the cost of debt. And if it's preference shares you want to go for, I can calculate the cost of preference shares. That's what led us to this cost of capital. Now we picked cost of equity. So we'll do them one by one. So we pick cost of equity in our last class, where I said that cost of equity is just basically the minimum rate of return that is expected by suppliers of equity. Don't forget what I'm saying. I've broken it down. I've splitted them. Equity, preference shares, debt. Now we're talking about equity alone. So I said that it is the rate of return expected by suppliers of equity, givers of funds. That is equity. That is equity in nature. It's not debt. It's not preference shares. It's equity in nature. Now that is what cost of equity is. Now, if you want to calculate cost of equity, there are two methods of calculating cost of equity. You can use dividend valuation, or you can use your CAPM, which is your capital asset pricing model, called CAPM. Those are the two methods you can use. Now, let's pick another one. Let's pick dividend valuation first, which was the one we picked in the last class. So I said that when it comes to dividend valuation method, dividend valuation is based on the assumption that the suppliers of that funds are going to be paid dividend. Shengbo means, are you listening? It's based on the assumption that suppliers of that capital are going to be paid dividend. Now, if anybody is going to pay you dividend can come in two ways. Either you are collecting a constant dividend to perpetuity, or you are collecting a dividend with growth. Let me explain. When you are collecting a constant dividend to perpetuity, means that when you are giving this person money, the person is telling, okay, I will just be paying you 30,000 naira throughout the time that I'm going to collect this money from. That is constant growth to perpetuity. If you want to calculate that, that's the formula that we use. KE equals to DO over XDiv share price. Abi? Good. But in the other situation where the person now says, okay, you will collect, okay, sorry, let me start from that constant dividend alone first. So DO over XDiv share price, that's the formula. I now told you that some examiner can decide to be wicked and give you cum div in question instead of XDiv. I differentiated the difference between cum div and XDiv, where I told you that cum div simply means cumulative of dividend. XDiv means excluding dividend. What I'm saying is, according to the rule of share price, whenever you want to quote your share price, always quote your share price excluding dividend. But whenever you want to quote your share price, if somebody wants to tell you that, okay, my shares go for 1 naira 25 kobo, 1 naira 30 kobo, it's expected that dividend is not part of that share price. That share price should always be excluding dividend. Now, some examiner can give you a share price that is cumulative of dividend. That is inside, that dividend is inside it. Now, what I'm now telling you is for that XDiv share price, you need to remove, what I'm saying is for you to do XDiv, you need to convert that XDiv to cum div. So if they give you cum div, you need to convert that cum div to XDiv. Sorry, you need to convert that cum div to XDiv. How do you convert cum div to XDiv? You subtract the share, you remove dividend from it now. If somebody tell you that my share price is 1 million, to be 125 kobo, and dividend is inside it, if you now want to get there, you remove dividend from it now. So you do your share price minus, they will give you the amount of the dividend. Just subtract your dividend from share price, you have your XDiv. So you do your DO over ex-div share price. And I also said that sometimes it's just grammar. They can say that dividend is about to be paid, or dividend has been paid. Whenever they tell that dividend has not been paid, it means cum div. Yes, now if they give you a share price and they told you that share price dividend has not been paid, it means dividend is still inside now. People do not do GS in school. When they say the share price is dividend has not been paid out of that share price, it means it is cum div. Dividend is still there. But say dividend has been paid, it means it's ex div. So those are just some tight places. That is if dividend has been to be paid to perpetuity. But assuming there is now growth, in that particular dividend now, the formula you now use is DO open bracket 1 plus G close bracket over ex div share price plus G outside. That one is settled. Everything is in the material I sent. It's still on that YouTube channel. I'm just doing recap for recap's sake, honestly. So you now ex div share price. So that's the formula you use. Now I now still told you in that class that growth that I just said now, that I will pay you 5,000, I will pay you 30,000 as dividend for the first 2-3 years. Then for the years after, let's say you borrowed money for 5 years. So I'll pay you 30,000 for the first 2 years. Then the remaining 3 years, the dividend will go by 5% or 6%. What me, I'm now telling you that as a financial biochemistry student, medical student, all these law students, they can just assume the growth rate and say, I will be paying you 30,000 for the first 2 years. Then it will go by 5%. All those other students can assume it. But you as an accountant, as a financial manager, it is wrong for you to assume it. So you need to calculate it. Now, when it comes to cost of capital, how do you calculate that particular growth rate? There are two methods of calculating growth rate. You can either use your historical pattern or use your Gordon's growth. Formula for historical pattern now is you have two formula. The first formula says your n-1 square root latest dividend over base dividend minus 1. I'm rushing because I all these things I already explained them. n-1 square root latest dividend over base dividend minus 1. And the other one is square root n latest dividend over base dividend minus 1. The difference is that we use n-1 when all your dividends are listed out. I mean, they are all dividend for all the years are brought out. Say 2020, 2021, 2022. They give you information for all the dividend for the years. You use your n-1. But if it's just first year and last year dividend that's given to you, you use your n latest dividend over base dividend minus 1. That's that for that. Then the other one is your Gordon's growth. The formula for your Gordon's growth is your R times B. Your R is your rate of return. Your B is your retention rate. Your rate of return formula for your rate of return is your earnings over capital employed. How do you get your capital employed? Your capital employed is your shares plus your debt plus your reserve. That's your capital employed. And your earnings is your earnings. Now, in some questions, they might not give. I'm telling you all this capital employed because most of the ones we've solved in class, they are giving you capital employed abstractly. If you see some wicked examiner, they will not give you figure for capital employed, though. They will just give you financial position. So it's expected that you know how to get capital employed. So don't say I did not tell you. So you just go to your statement of financial position, take your long-term debts, take your shares. If they have reserve, take it, add it together. That's your capital employed. You can use average. You can use. If they have opening and closing, you can take opening plus closing divided by 2. Use your average, or you can use closing. Don't use opening. Oh. Are you listening? Don't use opening capital. All this thing you've done it in ratio now. Don't use opening capital employed. Though. Always use closing. If you don't use closing, use average. You can use anyone. You are permitted to use anyone. You can use closing capital employed or average capital employed. Or if there are no information to get capital employed, you can use shareholders funds. The difference between shareholders fund and capital employed is long-term debt.
Use 10 minutes.
Oh.
Sorry.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So 5 more minutes. Thank you. So for shareholders funds, don't add debt. Just take long-term. Just take shares and reserve. No debt. Shareholders funds now. Are they the owner of debt? If they went to borrow it, so just use their shares and their reserve. That's their own. That's how you get that for your rate of return. For your retention rate is your earnings per share minus dividend per share over earnings per share, or use your 1 minus dividend payout ratio. That's that for how to calculate growth rate, which we also spoke about in class. That ends dividend valuation method. Now, I mentioned CAPM already. I mentioned CAPM. We know we didn't speak about CAPM in class last week. I mentioned it already. So listen now. I finished revision, recap, small. I finished small. So now I'm in CAPM. Now, don't forget what I said with dividend valuation. So dividend valuation is based on the assumption that they will be paid constant dividend. But when it comes to CAPM is just based on the assumption that This person that is giving you money is risk averse. He does not want to give you the money. That's the assumption of CAPM. Although there are other assumptions, please, there are other theoretical assumptions, but I'm just explaining that it is based on the fact that this particular person is risk averse. He does not want to give you this particular money. He's calculating. Should I give you? Won't you go and use my money to carry woman? Won't you go and do CBEX with my money? Do you understand? So it's very calculative. So that is based on the assumption of CAPM, capital assets pricing model. Now, formula for capital assets pricing model is cost of equity. Everything is in your material, so don't tell me you cannot see my screen. I even sent it twice today, although it's by mistake. But anyways, like I was saying, I said that formula for CAPM is KE equals to risk-free plus beta, open bracket, RM minus RF. I come again. KE equals to RF. RF is your risk-free. RF plus beta, then open bracket, RM minus RF. Now, what's RF? RF is risk-free. RF means risk-free. What's RM? RM means market return. And what is RF? The last RF also is still. Last RF also is still. What's the amount to you? Last RF is also risk-free. Now, don't forget what I'm saying. Maybe I didn't share YouTube link. I've sent YouTube links since morning now. Now, don't forget what I'm saying. Let me start from what I was saying again. So I said that, oh, Jesus is Lord. Some YouTube link from some group chat did not deliver, but I sent it to it. Just did not go. It's just one group chat anyways that did not deliver. Let me try to send it. That's delivered now. That's sent. That's sent. So so don't forget what I was saying. Still waiting on YouTube link. Please, 1 minute. I don't know why people on YouTube have not seen the link. Are people on some group chats? Please, 1 minute. Okay, I think everything has sent. So let me continue what I was saying. So I was saying, don't forget the formula I just said now. RF plus beta, open bracket, RM minus RF. First of all, if you notice something, everything I said in this formula, they are all risk. Yes, now risk-free. Beta is also used to measure risk. If you are okay, portfolio theory has been removed from your syllabus. But when you do portfolio theory, we have two types of risk. We have what we call systematic risk and unsystematic risk. For systematic risk, systematic risk is the type of risk that is used to measure by the, how would I say it? By the entire that affect everybody. That's a systematic risk that affect everybody. What I mean is COVID-19 was a very good example of systematic risk. When COVID-19 happened, either you were a musician or you were or you are a farmer, you are a teacher, or anybody, affect everybody. Affected everybody. So that's a very good type of systematic risk. And beta is used to measure systematic risk. Beta, that's the beta in that CAPM formula. Then unsystematic risk is a particular risk that affect a particular industry, affect just a particular industry. Imagine government just wake up today now and say, there should not be ICANN anymore. I'm just saying, God forbid. But because my certificate don't useless without how many years of problem. But what I'm saying is, imagine government just wake up today and say, ICANN, they should scrap ICANN. No, they should scrap all ICANN centers. For organizer at your street or Whiskey or Davido, you think consigner. Does he even know what's in the ICANN? If you like, when they shut the whole ICANN center, it does not affect him, is what I'm saying. But it affects all the ICANN centers, because all investments gone. I'm just saying, let's say there's even a policy that affects us. You understand? So that's a type of unsystematic risk. And alpha is used to measure unsystematic risk. Now, what I'm saying is, if you notice all the formula in that CAPM, they are all risk, because don't forget the assumption is based on the assumption that investors are risk averse. Thank you.
Extra 5 minutes.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much. So it's based on the assumption that all investors are risk averse. So now the good thing about CAPM is that all the information will be provided for you. From your risk rate to be given to you, your beta would most likely be given to you. Your RM, your market return would also be given to you in part of the information. It's just for you to locate it. They'll also be given to you. Now, let me tell you two things. The first thing I will tell you is, you see all these things we are saying, there is no examiner. Only if the examiner wants to be nice, that will tell you that using this, ICANN does not do it anymore. Say using dividend valuation, calculate, using CAPM, using Gordon's GOAT, calculate GOAT. Nobody will tell you all those things. You will just meet informations there. It's not you that now know the one you want to use, is you. If you like, go and use the one that you're not supposed to use, you don't go with that. So you need to pay attention to details. You need to pay attention to information, and you need to know them. So if you are seeing information in the question, you are seeing dividend, ex-div share price, it should come to you that you're supposed to use dividend valuation method. And inside the dividend, you are seeing information like capital employed, you are seeing earnings, you are seeing number of shares. You know that you're supposed to use Gordon's GOAT now. Because if we wanted to use historical pattern, they would have given you latest dividend and base dividend, Abi. But you're not giving, you're giving earnings, they're giving you capital employed. You should know that you use Gordon's GOAT now. And or in the question, you are saying risk-free, market return on the market. You should know you're supposed to use CAPM. That's the first thing I want to say. The second thing I want to tell you is that, let me go back to the CAPM formula. I hope you are listening to me. Oh, everything is not soft. Understand first. Some of you just want to write. Understand first. Now, let me go back to the CAPM formula. For the CAPM formula, for people that just joined on YouTube, I'm still doing recap. Not recap. I'm done with recap. I'm in CAPM, but I've not done anything much. Anyways, I'm sorry. I don't know. I didn't know the link did not drop on time. So, like I was saying, for CAPM now, when it comes to CAPM, all the information will begin to, but don't forget what I said. The formula is risk-free plus beta, open bracket. Let me share my screen and display this. You guys need to see this because I've seen students make these mistakes a lot, and it hurts me when I see students make this very, very silly mistake. Now, let me share my screen. So please, I've started the class. So CAPM is next. I'm supposed to do today. So I've started like that too. So please. So I hope everyone can see my screen, please. I hope you can all see my screen. If you cannot see my screen, I'm sure it's from your hand. So anyways, thank you. So okay, so let's continue. So let me share this on my screen. Oh, Jesus is Lord. We are on start from. Okay, let me just do a new one. So this is what I'm saying. The formula for the formula for CAPM is in your material. KE equals, if you cannot see my screen, it's from your hand, please. Thank you very much. RF plus beta. This is not time for beta, but let me just use this for now, just so that I can be fast with the class. RM minus RF. This is the formula for cost of equity for CAPM. What I'm saying is, listen though, this RF means risk-free. This B means beta. This RM means market return. This RF means risk-free. This second RF also means risk-free. But what I'm now telling you now in this class that RM minus RF is also equal to market premium. Do you understand what I'm saying? RM alone is market return. So what I'm letting you know is that in a question, market premium can be given to you. So if they give you a question where market return, don't forget, they will still give you risk-free. That question, they would have given you risk-free. They would have given you beta. But instead of them giving you market return, they will not give you market premium. What they've just done is they've done the subtracting for you now. You don't need to go and just put that figure there. I don't know if what I'm saying is clear. This is what I'm saying. Let's assume that they give us a question. They say risk-free equals to, it's always in percentage, equals to 10%. They say our RM equals to maybe 20%. What I'm saying is they say beta equals to, let's say, maybe 0.5. What I'm saying is in a question like this, 10%, put 10% here. 20% of beta, put beta here. Then come and do 20 minus 10. That's risk-free minus market return minus risk-free. That would have given your cost of equity. But I'm not saying in a situation where some questions, they will not give you market return. They will give you risk-free. They will not say market premium equals to 20%. So what I'm saying is don't come and do 20 minus 10 again. Just carry only 20 and go and put only 20 there. Because RM minus RF is also market premium. So that's just 20%. So don't come and do 20 minus 10 again because you are not giving market. So watch out. Some questions can give you market return. Fine. Do market return minus risk-free. while some can give you market premium, just carry that whole market return, market premium question, market premium value, and go and put there. Don't do subtract. I'll try to look for one or two examples that we can practice with today. Fast, please. Do you have any question, please? Any at all? Just raise up your hand, please. Any question at all? Fast. First of all, there were some mistakes in you guys' assignment. So I'm thinking if I'm in a good mood later after these questions, if I can attempt that question for you guys on time. That's if I can. But I'll try to either at the beginning or at the end. I'll try to attempt that question for you guys. Let me do it at the end. I should do it at the beginning. Let me do it at the end so that people will not go and sleep. Okay, I'll do it at the end. So yeah, but I might be tired at the end. Let me take questions. So let me be decided. Yeah, Faith Nwoko, please talk to me, please. Fast, your question. We are Faith Nwoko. I don't know if that's correct. Please pardon me. Okay, Habib, please your question, please.
Thank you, sir. So
Yes,
what I want to say is in the material you wrote RS. So I'm thinking probably should that be RM or that was a mistake for the RS? Yeah,
Yeah, go check
for the
for the CAPM, yeah.
yeah for the CAPM, yeah, the formula when you were defining the RF RM something down.
Yeah, it's
Have you
supposed to
seen
be.
it, sir?
It's supposed to be RM.
Okay,
It's
sir.
supposed to be RM.
So and you were saying the other time you said beta is used to measure unsystematic risk. But earlier I had you mentioning systematic risk. So I want to know which is correct.
What I heard saying what?
Beta B is used to measure unsystematic risk.
No, like
Earlier,
we just measure systematic. Systematic is alpha that is used to measure on systematic
okay, it is alpha that is used for.
or systematic.
All right, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome. Do you have any other question? Any question at all? No question. Can I continue, please? Permission to continue. Thank you very much.
Right, sir.
Okay, so I have one or two questions that we'll practice on CAPM. Then this 9:51. I can do that in 15 minutes. 20. Okay. So somebody read that assignment question for me. Let me help you guys solve the assignment question. Before people will say I'm wicked. Well, I should not solve. Should I leave it?
Sorry, thank you.
Should I read it out, sir?
Hey, should I leave it? I don't say should you read it. Should I leave it?
No, I said should I read?
You did not answer my own question. You answer should I leave it?
No, sir.
No, sir. Please help us.
People cannot even say, Mr. Ola, we know you will be very tired. Don't worry. God will help us. Go and move on. People cannot say something like that. Wow.
So I just solved one.
Yeah, solve.
Thank you, sir.
No one.
Solve the assignment, sir.
No one more. I don't hear. Anytime we finish. But anytime we finish. Because so is not part of my plan. Anytime we finish, we finish.
No problem, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, Baba T PLC is
Hold on,
financed.
Mr. Habib. Wait now. Are you new to the game? Want to give me a headache? Miss Miracle.
they read.
I don't forget.
Miss Miracle, please help me with the question. I beg. As he read for me, he used to give me inspiration. Not you. Please help me with the assignments, please. Let's solve it fast. But if Mr. Habib, if you are with the question so that they don't waste our time, you can help us, please. Make I change policy.
Okay, thank you for the honor, sir. Baba T PLC is financed. You want to overtake me? Baba T PLC is financed entirely by equity. The company has 150,000 ordinary shares of 1 naira each, currently quoted at 3 naira 42 kobo ex div. The company's current dividend of 6,158 naira was paid recently out of the company's earnings of 62,858 naira. The capital employed of the company is 315,000 naira. and dividend of 2,473 naira was paid 5 years ago by the company. Required. What is the company's cost of equity capital using Gordon's growth rate and historical pattern method?
Thank you very much, sir. This was what we did in class. Wow. Thank you very much. So, okay. So, say solution to assignment. So, please, I'm going to pick 2 people to call figures for me because I don't want the class to be rowdy. I'm going to call 2 or 3 people to pick figure for me. So, Ms. Miracle, I will call you. Why not? Ms. Miracle,
Yes, I'm here.
Thank you. Feti Adioti.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm here.
So please, you help me with figure. Mr. Abi, put your hand down. I beg. You don't charge. If I don't give you one now. Small, don't do. So let me call another person. I think 3 would not be bad. Adimora Adaulisa. Are you active or are you with us or are you against us?
I'm here.
Okay, so please, you help me with figure, please. Thank you very much. I know some of you don't have calculator yet. No, I'm who. Some of you, even though I said it in class that last time, that some of you are sleeping on bed, some of you are still sleeping on the bed. No, I'm sleeping on bed to receive. Some of you now in your mind, you're like, this man, don't go through corners. Talk to me directly. No, if he hit you, you know yourself. Oh, yeah. What's the name of the company? About TPLC, Abi? So, Babati, so I'm supposed to calculate what? Calculation of cost of equity. So, based on let me look at the informations again. I first know it's I want to go solve first though. I used to boast of something which is it's bad and it's good, but I'll still continue boasting of it. I used to say that online lectures, I've said it before in last class, online lectures are very easy. I could easily paste the material in my front like this and just be reading it for you guys and be solving it from you guys. But I always still say it that I don't know, but I'm still one of the lecturers that come to class like that. I just even go home, not even too long, self. Yeah, I won't come sit time study solve the question from. So I always come to class like that, empty-headed. Like I always say it's empty-headed. So come to the class empty-headed, but you still come and display, regardless. I used to make mistake in class, but like it's good so that when I make it, you will not make that same mistake again. So I'm giving you guys heads up in case if I hook, I know the laugh, but I will not hook. God forbid, we don't pass that level. So yeah, but at least financed entirely by equity, 150 ordinary shares of 1 naira each currently. Okay. Now, the way I used to solve question. Now let's break this question down. Looking at it, first of all, if not because I told you guys to use dividend, first exam question cannot come like this. So let me first say that exam question cannot come like this because looking at this question now, I have information for me to calculate growth rate, and there are 2 methods, and the information is telling me to use the 2. You cannot use the 2 in exam mode. You can only tell you to use 1 in exam. You cannot use the 2. But I think this one was just to test knowledge. This one was just to test knowledge. So it's not. You cannot be asked to use it. So looking at I have information for me to use historical pattern, and also have information for me to use capital employed. So that means I'm supposed to use it. So I have my XD for my dividend valuation, for my cost of equity. I have my dividend. I have everything I need now. So let me go and start. So let me first try to do dividend valuation first. Okay, so let me start to use. So let me say using. Let me use dividend valuation. No, sorry. Let me say using dividend valuation first. So using dividend valuation. So the formula for me to use dividend valuation is what? DO1 plus blah, 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 all these things there. I go copy up. Okay. So funny, I have dividend here. I have my exit share price, but I don't have growth rate. So I can go and calculate growth rate. So you're not going to say workings. Let me come here. You say workings. Say calculation of growth rate using let me use historical patterns first. Using historical See, today I must finish cost of equity, I must finish cost of debt, I must do cost of preference shares, whether you like it or not. Next class, I'm moving to work. Please. So we know that we have a lot to do today. So we need to be fast, please. So using the historical patterns. So let me copy this formula. This formula I will use, I'll be yes or yes. I'm asking the 3 people I called to be doing figure
Yes,
for
sir.
me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We're done. We're done. Not only yes.
No.
Sir, no.
No,
Minus
no.
it's N.
It's just N. Mhm.
N. Yes.
I don't come out. For people that were not in the last class, I'm using just ordinary N because our dividend was not all listed out for us. If you look at the question, I think about just 1 or 2 people made that mistake. I don't think the entire class did. I think it was just 1 or 2 people that made the mistake. If you look at the question, they just gave us dividend was paid recently and 5 years ago. The dividend were not listed out like this. If it was listed out that 20 here, we could have used N-1, but because it wasn't, we are using just ordinary N. These questions are still easy questions. When we get to the difficult ones, we will see, but just understand this basic first. Understand what we are trying to do first. So, G, sorry, let me copy this again. So what's my latest dividend? What's my base dividend? Fast, please.
Latest dividend is 6,000.
Number of years is how many years? 5 years, I believe.
5 years. Yes, sir.
Latest dividend is what?
6,000 is 6,158.
Base dividend, don't go.
2,473.
2,473.
Now, there's a problem I always notice. Another mistake I know. I don't know if you see the way I'm doing. I'm bringing out your mistakes. So if you know the one that affects you, go and it's you that know what you cook in your assignment. Some of you cook with I know if you chop. I know if you even look at. If you know you are part of those people, better listen now. Some of you, calculator is your problem. Yes, now, calculator. Some of you cannot put this thing out in calculator the way it is like this. If you use scientific calculator, if you put 5 directly inside this thing, you will be wrong now. But the only difference is the answers will be close. So sometimes it might be difficult to notice. What I'm saying is, I don't know, there's no way I'll teach out this calculator from here, honestly. But what I'm saying is, this thing is not directly in front of this thing. If somebody's unmuted, please. I think it's Fetia. Fetia, please help me with your microphone. It's not directly on top of it. What you would if you use calculation natural display, or the two, I'll just explain with the 2 calculators I know, the 2 one I know, which is the calculation natural display, that one that is ash, that has like blue back. If that's the one you use, listen to me. What you will do is you will need to do shift first before you put this thing there. So you press shift, then you press this square root, so that this 5 will be on top. It will not be directly outside of it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you trying to raise up to power of something. You know, you have to raise up to power, shift and So, but you now press shift, then this before you press the square root. So shift and this square root, anything you want to put outside this square root now will be up. So that's like 5. That's if you use that particular calculator. But if you don't use that one, if you use the normal black one, that black, I don't like that one, but I think you press shift, then raise. How do you say? Like you want to do? Oh God of mercy! What I'm saying is like you're trying to do 2 raised to power. So I used to press that power here. So press shift, then that power, then square root. You see that there will be points for you to put that 5 up, not directly on top of it. See where my own N is now? Is my N down here? See where my own N is. So don't put it directly outside of it. That's where some people got it wrong from there. Or some people got it right. But if you are now the type, people like me, that I don't want problem. Because where the problem is this is calculation. If it is wrong, you will not know. Yes, man, you would have left example. If it's theory, you know when you are writing rubbish. Me and you know. Yeah, you know when, but calculation, you will not know. If you are now somebody like me, that you don't want problem for yourself, and you can do it like this. If you are like me, that you don't want problem for yourself, you don't know how to press calculator and do it like this. What do I have? 6158 divided by 2470. What do I have?
2.49.
2.490.
So like I was saying, if you are somebody like me that you don't know how to press calculator, you can do something like this. If you went to, if you did not go to, if you attended good school, that you did not go to the kind of school that I went to, you, all those schools that you'll be passing back of bush. That's one. But if you went to all these good schools, you know that this thing that is here is the same thing as this. How do I do? Oh, no, I don't forget how to use word. Oh, Jesus is Lord. I'm coming home. Okay, let me do it like this. 1 minute. Okay, I think it would work like this. So you can do it like this. So you say 2.490, sorry, 490 raised to power 1/5. If you went to good school, you know that it's the same thing now. Yes or yes?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
This is the same thing as this square root is just coming out. If it comes out, it becomes 1/. So this is, so if you don't know how to press calculator, just do this one like this and move on. It still will give you the same answer at the end of the day. So what do I have as my growth rate?
0.2%.
That's 20.
0.2.
These are other mistakes some people were making. I was seeing some answers that tears wanted to come out of my eyes. Okay. Not yet, Sha. When I get there, I would explain. Not this one. So growth rate in historical pattern is 20%. Not yet. So 20%. This for growth rate, Abi. Now let's do what's the name now? Let's do Gordon's. Let me do the Gordon's of the two. Then I'll just go and use it to do cost of equity steps. So using Gordon's growth. So what's my formula for Gordon's growth? You say G equals to ACTI. You see the way I'm writing my formulas first. I know why I'm saying all these things. Oh. You see, this is class. I'm supposed to be avoiding it, but I'm not. Okay. Oh. What's my earnings over capital employed, Abi?
Yes, sir.
So you say earnings over capital employed. What's my earnings?
62,858.
62.
858.
858. What's my capital employed?
315,000.
15K. What do I have?
0.19. 0.2.
So let's do RB. RB equals to EPS minus DPS over EPS, RB. So EPS minus DPS over EPS. Now, this is another place I noticed students that made mistake. What's my earnings per share in the question?
We're not giving, but we can find it.
So how would you calculate your earnings per share?
Earnings over the total number of shares.
What's the earnings?
62,800.
What's the number of shares?
150,000 shares.
So what would you have?
$0.42.
What's my dividend per share?
0.041.
Please let's stick to 2 decimal. 0.04 over 0.42. What do I have? What do I have? There are about 3 people that are calling figures for me now.
0.90.
I know that some of you might be thinking, some of you that did not do like this might be thinking you are wrong. But let me do something for you. Do you know that you can also do this? What's my earnings?
Earnings is 62,858.
62,858. What's my dividend?
Dividend is 6,158.
62,858. What do I have? I should have the same thing. Yes or yes?
Yes, sir. The same thing.
Hey, my network. Okay.
It will be the same now. What I'm saying is, your earnings are, as long as is your earnings per share, it's still the same earnings that you are divided by the same, as long as there's the same number of shares for everything, will give you. So what I'm saying, some people did it like this. Everybody did it like this. Why some people did it like this? The two are both correct. But the only mistake that there was there is that you cannot do it like this second one. Listen, you cannot do it this second way and write earnings per share here now. You don't understand what I'm saying? If you do this second one, don't come and write any. Is it earnings per share you are using? Using total earnings and total dividend. But you are coming here, you're writing earnings per share. Is it earnings per share you are using? Those are some places that students lose mark. So if you want to use total earnings, write earnings. Don't write any. Write earnings minus dividend over earnings. Oh Lord, you will fly. But don't come and write earnings per share. Yeah, you are giving us 62,000 naira here because 62,000 naira is not per share. It's the total earnings. But if you have done it like this, you use 0.42, 0.42, you are very correct. If you did it like this, 62,858, but when you got here, you got earnings minus dividend over earnings, you are very correct. But don't come and use this one, come and write earnings per share here. That one did not go. Thank you very much. So let's go back to our growth rate. So let's go back to, so let me see. These are our workings, Abby. So workings. Workings. So what's our R? What do we calculate our R as? Our R is 0.20 multiply. I saw somebody use plus here. That's why I said some people are not paying attention. Plus K. I don't think I ever mentioned anything like plus in this formula. So this thing is plus. So this thing is multiplication, not plus, please. So these are good. Let's go and put all these two things. So these are good. So if you got something like this, you are very correct. So let's go and put this in our dividend valuation formula. So let me copy this again. So KE. So let's use the first one. What do I have for the first growth? So my dividend is what?
Dividend is 6,158.
Let me divide it by 150,000.
Okay. Okay, that's 0.04.
0.41 per share.
So what's my growth rate again? 0. What?
0.2. 0.2.
What's my exit share price?
3.42.
Now, this is another place I noticed that students make mistake, or students made mistake. Some people use the full dividend in this place. The 6,000. What's the full 6,158 here? But you are putting it on this. You are putting it on this. What's the name? On this XDiv. This XDiv is per share now. The code that 3.42 is a quotation of your dividend per share. And why are you putting per share here, but you are using total dividend? You have to pick one. If you want to use total dividend, you come and use total value of shares here too. And if you want to use per share, you use per share per share. If you want to use total, you use total. So if I okay, hold on. Let me show you what I'm saying. What's this growth rate? 0.20, Abby?
0.2. Yes.
Hold on. I hope you are calculating. Just keep calculating the figure for me. I'm coming up. Let me show you. You see the way I'm showing you two ways so that you understand what I'm saying. What do you say my dividend is? 6,158, Abby?
Yes.
Yes.
What's 3.42 times 150,000?
513.
100,000. 513,000. 513,000.
These two things, do they give me the same thing? Sorry, plus G, there's plus GL. Plus 0.20. Do I have the same thing? I should, sure.
Yes, it will give you the same thing,
Yes,
21%.
0.214. 21.4%.
You will get the same thing now. The reason is because this is you using total value of shares. You are dividing by total dividend. So don't come and use total dividend and divide it by per share XD.
Yeah.
And if you want to use per share, use per share per share. And if you want to use dividend total, use total. Don't do total over per share. That's what I'm saying. So you say I have what now? 18%, Abi?
21.4%. 21.4%.
So I'm just going to stick to 21, sir.
Okay.
Because I'm a equals to 20. So when my 21 becomes small like this. Sorry, this thing is just so KE 21. I'm coming, I'll take questions. Let me do the second one. Okay, this one is historical pattern, I mean. Historical pattern. Let me do this with the other one.
Well done.
I'm not copying the formula again. No, I don't try. Just give me a figure. So what do I have for that? That one's got it to 0.18 now.
0.18. Plus 0.18.
What do I have?
Answer is 19%.
You see that some of you that did not do this exactly, you might have close answers. Some of you, I noticed some of you got 23, 24.
19%.
19 no more call.
Okay, fine.
So like some of you got close answers. So I'd be feeling like maybe you did it correctly. There are some places that you would have lost a whole lot of mark. Do you understand? This is the correct way to do it. So if you did it and you got it and you did it the way I did it and you did not do magu, round of applause for yourself. You try. Now what you do? A man you be, or a woman you be, anyone where you be. Anyone. So real quick, please let me take quick questions, please. Excellent, fast questions. Fast. No time to waste time. Oh yeah, okay. Do you have any question? Please ask me.
No, I don't have a wisdom because I wanted to ask why we are getting. I thought I got a wrong answer for using Godot's growth rate. I got 0.13.
You got the same thing now.
Sir, yeah, sir.
Thank you very much. Idem Davina, please fast. Ask me, please.
So my question is based on this dividend of 5 years ago. 5 years ago, is it not going to be irrelevant in terms of some cost? Dividend was paid 5 years ago. Please, I don't really understand.
It's not going to be
Thank you.
irrelevant, though. It's going to be very, very relevant because the formula is latest dividend-based dividend now. The 5 years ago is base. What it means, base means the first one that was paid. That's what that information is saying. That okay, that's the first dividend that was paid. So and that was 5 years ago. So it's not gonna be relevant. It's very, very relevant. It's the formula. Now, we're not doing sunk costs, we're not doing relevant costs, we are not doing NPV. So nobody is speaking about. Don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
I guess she's bringing PM into this place.
Don't tell you say you don't do another. You are already in another different ball game. If we're doing MPV,
relevant costing.
If we were doing MPV, it would have been a different ball game because you would have been considering the cost that is relevant and that one no concern us for year. We are not doing anything relating to that. The formula is latest dividend, base dividend. Base dividend means the first dividend that they paid you. And that dividend was 5 years ago. The old thing is 5 years now. So 5 years ago means that's the first dividend that they paid you. That's the base dividend. That's why we used it. I hope I answered you, man. You see, if you're asking me, fast, please. If you're we are fast.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Good evening. Hello, good evening.
I can hear you, madam. Good evening.
I have a question on this 5 years dividend. I was thinking that the first year should be year 0. Why the remaining years should be 4 years? I don't know.
I don't understand what you are saying.
Like the 5 years dividends that was paid. I was thinking that the first year should be year 0. Then the remaining years should be 4 years.
So what would have happened?
Now I was thinking that it's supposed to be like, supposed to be 1 divided by 4. I don't know.
Let me tell you something. This is the simplest question you can get on cost of equity. If you guys are overthinking and you're setting questions for yourself like this, they said the investment is 5 years, and this particular dividend was paid 5 years ago. And the formula says use base dividend. This is the first dividend that was paid. To concern you with 1 minus. It's not the question has been.
The question.
Let me explain to you. Listen, don't just listen to me. The question has been explicit as possible. It has shown you that this is what I need you to do. Dividend was paid 5 years ago. The investment is for 5 years. You don't need to do 1 divided by anything. Just put that 5 years formula and move on. I'll be 5 years dividend then to the formula.
Okay.
Do you understand me?
All right.
Thank you very much. Please don't set questions for yourself, or that would be very, very sad. Very, very sad. Oh, yeah. Abib, you know, another hand, Abib, former hand.
Yeah, so I wanted to say there is this thing I noticed for the formula for this KE. So I noticed they normally use DO as current dividend. But based on the index experience we have, normally have anything 0 used to be base. So I don't know, but I noticed since we entered SFM, like DO is usually current.
When we talk about DO simply just means dividend that has not been paid. That's why we use DO, dividend of year 0. But then when we solve more questions, or when we get to where you need to use D1, I will let you know. Because there are some situations that you use D1. And when we get to those D1, you use D1 now when they expressly tell you that, okay, maybe dividend of year 1 has been paid. There's questions like that they will tell you that maybe dividend of year 1 has been paid, or any situation like that. But DO simply means that this particular dividend is for it has not been paid. But when you get to situations where you need to use D1, I will tell you, don't let us.
I'm saying DN, not D1, DN.
DN. Where do you see DN again now? There's no DN. It can only be DO or D1. There's nothing like DN. Thank you very much. Hilary, please talk to me, please. Fast. Time has gone up.
Right, sir. My question is, in an exam situation, when we are calculating, are we to break down the calculations, or once we just get the formula, we just substitute each of the formula,
please
then get the answer immediately? All right, sir.
Thank you very much. That being said, let me solve only 2 questions on Let me solve just 2 questions on CAPM, and those 2 questions I will dictate them, and I will dictate them very fast. So please, I hope you get. I don't have them here because CAPM is actually very simple. I just want to give you guys experience on how they look like, so that I can move to cost of preference shares and cost of debt. I'm doing everything today, so I'm just going to dictate them real quick, please. They are very simple, and that's the way it will come. It will not come other than that. So yeah. So first question: a company's equity beta is 0. I don't have it here, so I hope you guys write fast, or if you want to, anyone you want to do. So a company's equity beta is 0.8. A company's equity beta is 0.8. A company's equity beta is 0.8. Full stop. The risk-free rate is 6%. The risk-free rate is 6%. The company's equity beta is 0.8. The risk-free rate is 6%. And the expected market return is 12%. Calculate the cost of equity using CAPM. I come again. A company's equity beta is 0.8. The risk-free rate is 6%. And the expected market return is 12%. Calculate the cost of equity using CAPM. Please, inside the material, there are some theories. Like I always, don't skip the theories. Please don't skip theories of SFM. Please read. There are assumptions of. Okay, I'll give you as assignment. Anyways, I'll give you as assignment. That would help me. Oh yeah. So let me see. So you say. So what's today's date? I'm supposed to any date. People are not children. Am I supposed to be writing date at the beginning of every class?
Yes.
It's when we're it's when we're in primary school that we used to do all those things. But yeah, what's today's date? 28.
29th.
Oh, no be 28 I see for my calendar here. You don't move go tomorrow.
28.
28.
If 28, so
Madam, they move for space. So you say so CAPM now. Please, I'll take questions. Please just hold on. Please, I need to move. I need to finish cost of debt and cost of preference share studio. So yeah. Question 1. So using calculation of cost of equity using CAPM. Yeah. What's formula for CAPM? KE
is equal to risk-free rate plus beta.
So let me go and look for good beta. All this beta that I've been using, no big beta. I'm going to look for good beta that look like beta. Plus beta.
Return on market minus risk-free rate.
So for this question now, KE equals, what's my risk-free?
6%.
0.06. What's my beta?
0.8.
What's my market return?
12%. 0.12.
0.12.
Minus 0.06.
What do I have?
KE is 10.8.
You know they pass like this, so like I'm not even joking. It's not although there might be lots of it might be maybe you're trying to do investment appraisal or anything, but all this information will be given to you. You know they pass like this. This is how CAPM is. CAPM is very, very easy. You know they pass like this. Question 2. Yeah, fast. Leave writing. Oh yeah, I'm detecting. I will send this material now, so you don't need to. Somebody's unmuted and is disturbing me, please. Bashir Abibat. Please, you're unmuted and you're disturbing me. Okay, so question 2 here. Fast. I'm not too fast. Don't worry. These things are simple. These are not the things I waste my that you really waste time on. Oh yeah, question 2. Olanshile PLC. You should write my name. Let my name show in your book, so that so that when you people blow, you remember me in your kingdom. Olanshile PLC. No, Olanshile Omogbola, so that you will not think it's another Olanshile. Olanshile Omogbola PLC. Olanshile Omogbola PLC as a stock. I don't get any stock. As a stock. Olanshile Omogbola PLC has a stock and has an expected return of 10%. He has an expected return of 10%. An expected return. Sorry. Olanshile PLC has a stock and has a stock with the following information. Not expected return. So let me cancel that. He has a stock with the following information. A, risk-free rate equals 3%. I said Olanshile Omogbola PLC has a stock with the following information. Risk-free rate equals 3%. Market premium equals 5%. And beta equals 1.2. Risk-free rate is 3%. Market premium is 5%. Then beta is 1.2. Calculate the cost of equity using CAPM. You see this information. These are informations you will see that will make you know you're supposed to use CAPM. Although they can tell you to use CAPM, but prepare for the worst that you were not told. But all this information that will make you know you're supposed to use CAPM, please. They say calculation of KE using CAPM. Let me copy this formula again. So let me move this thing back a little. So you see, so what's my KE? So what's my risk-free in question?
3%.
3%.
3 plus. What's my beta?
1.2.
1.2. What's my market return? Or market premium?
0.5%.
5%.
So 5 minus 3. Abi?
No, just 5%.
No.
5.
I thought people will say yes again now. Make we get problem. I'm using 5% because we're giving market premium. We're not giving market return. Was market and market premium is market return minus risk free. I'm using 5, please. So okay, what do I have?
9%.
9%.
9%.
Odubelo. It's not more than this. This is what you have to do. So please, this is all about CAPM. On to the next. Please, do you have any question? Permission to continue. Question? Any question, please? Any question at all?
Yes, I'm getting 10.8 for the first thing we saw. I don't know.
Same here.
First waiting.
Same. It's
Yes.
10.8.
10.8.
Yes, sir, that's exactly what I get too.
Who
I
can't give
didn't
me
use 0.06.
Who can't give me poison?
I got 10.8 as well.
Somebody has
The
given me
answer is
poison.
10.8.
But Miss Betty, I was you, Abi. No,
No, but the answer is 10.8.
I got 10.8 as well.
So please, any question relating to what I'm doing? Can they please ask me, please? We are fast question.
Sorry, sir. It was that 10.8 error I wanted to correct.
Miss Habib, thank you. Miss Habib, your question.
I'm not Mrs. Wu.
Mr. Habib. Thank you. Cindy, Harriet, please, your question, please. Say no, it's not Mrs. When I say woman to read question for me that time, it was you that raised up your hand. Now why they call you Mrs.?
Okay,
Yeah.
so I want to confirm if there are questions where we'll be asked to calculate and get the beta before calculating for CAMP.
No, ma. And it's CAPM, not CAMP. It's CAPM, and no, you will not be asked to calculate beta. We only calculate beta when we do portfolio theory. So portfolio theory is a method that we use to calculate beta. And unfortunately, I don't know if it's fortunately or unfortunately, Lycan has removed it from your syllabus. Nobody knows what they are trying to do this diet, honestly. Because they've removed portfolio theory that would have taught you how to calculate beta. And they've also, I don't know if it's fortunately, I honestly don't know. Because they are very wicked people. Nobody knows what they can do, but they removed it from the syllabus. Bond valuation also, that we're supposed to know how to do, that you're supposed to know how to calculate your bond valuation, your IRR, your cost of debt. They've also removed it. So I don't know what they are trying to do, but they shall remove it from your syllabus. So I don't think they should ask you to calculate beta. Although on a normal day, previously when it was in the syllabus, listen to me, when it was the syllabus, I don't know about another person, I've not seen a cost of equity question or cost of capital question that asks you to go and calculate beta first. I don't know if anybody else has seen it, but I've not seen a cost of capital question that asks you to go and calculate beta first. The only way it can come in is in portfolio theory, where they can tell you to calculate beta in portfolio theory question. They can now say maybe give you another story under it, maybe B. Now say with the Kinecon you got from above, calculate cost of equity, all this. But since they remove portfolio theory, I don't think that would be necessary. Thank you very much for that. I think I can continue what I have to do today. I've not done what I came here to do today. So please, people streaming on YouTube, please, I have about I think I have about 3 spaces. So if you're interested, you can join the Google Meet. I have about 3 spaces if you want to join. I think this is the last question I'm taking, and it's because she's somebody that has been calling figure for me. That's why, if not, I will not take her. Oh yeah, Miss Adimora, please, fast. Last question, please. I need to move on.
Okay, sorry. I just wanted to ask, since there are topics that have been removed, like how do we now know like what topics to read and prepare for?
You just have to follow the classes now, because they've not released PAC, they've not released. Just follow the new syllabus and know what to read for. Look at the syllabus to know what you will prepare for. But there's no PAC, nothing. So but just use the syllabus to know what you prepare for, basically. But don't worry, we are here to guide you.
Okay.
Thank you very much. So let me move on, please, real quick. Now let me move to cost of preference shares. Listen to me. Cost of preference shares is actually very simple. Now, I've explained what preference shares is in the last class, so please go and check videos of that last class to know what I explained with preference shares. We have 2 types of preference shares, please. We have the redeemable preference shares and we have the irredeemable preference shares. So we have the redeemable preference shares and we have the irredeemable preference shares. So for the irredeemable preference shares is just a type of preference shares where it's just dividend that is being paid. That is, the old money is not being paid back. Do you understand? What I said in that last class was that preference shares comes as a result of a debt. Is half debt, is half equity. Do you understand? You borrow somebody money, the person says, okay, instead of me paying back, let me buy shares in your company. So it was first debt and it was equity. So it's half debt, half equity. So what I'm saying is the money you borrow that person back, instead of the person later paying you back at a particular fixed year, the person will not pay you back at all. So we're just collecting dividends to perpetuity. That's irredeemable preference shares. That is the capital. That is the what's the name now? Not the name I'm trying to remember. But anyways, what I'm saying is the major money, the main money will not be repaid. The principal money, the principal amount will not be repaid, but you'll be paid dividend. That's irredeemable preference shares. But for redeemable preference shares, when the year that you guys agree is done, the person repays you back the principal. And although you have been collecting dividend over time now, so you still collect dividend on that last year too. So you'll be paid dividend over time, then you'll be paid principal at the end of the maturity. Now, the difference between the two of them is what I've just told you. But when it comes to question, nobody will tell you that this is a redeemable preference share or this is an irredeemable. Nobody will tell you. You are not in foundation now. You are in final, professional. Do you know that if you are if you were outside country, let me tell you something. If you were outside country, then you have ACC at this level. There's a salary range. Yes, now. If you are in professional level of ACC and you are working outside, there's a salary range for if you are in professional level. You know, if you are in skills level and foundation, there's also a salary range. But what I'm saying is, there's higher salary level if you are at this range. If you're outside the country, it's not in Nigeria. So what I'm saying is, they recognize you as almost charter. No matter you won't take right time, 3, 4, 5 years go come up for there. God forbid. But I'm just saying, no matter how. So they are recognizing you as partly charter. That's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is, you are not in foundation level. So these are things you should know. Nobody will say calculate redeemable preference shares. No. How would you now know? You would know by the number of years now, or by years. If you read the question and there is no years, there is no number of years in the question at all. You should know that's an irredeemable preference shares. There is no number of years. It means that the principal will not be repaid now, since there is no number of years. But if you see any question that has number of years, you know that it is a redeemable preference shares. How do you calculate and let me start from irredeemable. How do you calculate irredeemable preference shares? It's still almost the same thing as cost of equity. It's still the same formula. KP is not KP now, it's not KE anymore. It's not cost of preference shares. Is equals to still your dividend over XDiv share price. It's not passed like that. You see your dividend over XDiv share price. Usually XDiv is not, most times it's not CumDiv. Yeah, most times it's XDiv, it's not usually CumDiv. So it's still dividend over it. That's how you calculate an irredeemable preference shares. But when it comes to redeemable preference shares, how do you calculate your redeemable preference shares? You use what we call internal rate of return, which is what we call IRR. So IRR is a type of method. If they had not removed bond valuation, would have gone into bond valuation first. So all this IRR will not be new to you because we have done IRR a lot in bond valuation. Because when we do bond valuation, if you want to calculate your yield to maturity, you use IRR. Yield to maturity, use IRR to calculate your yield to maturity. So you would have done it a lot. But like since they've removed it, let's still continue. You still understand. So you use IRR to calculate your cost of redeemable preferences. How do you do IRR? Formula for IRR is I gave you as assignment. So if you did the assignment, me I give you as assignment, I know why. So if you did that as assignment, I'm sure you know what I'm saying. But if you did not do my assignment, you are on your own. Now, so how do you calculate IRR? So you do your A plus, you open the big bracket, you say NPVA over NPVA plus NPVB, close the bracket, open another bracket in front, you say B minus A. So your A now, some people will say higher rate, lower rate, anyone that works for you. Some people will say positive, discount factor, negative. I'm rushing because I've given you as assignment. So I expect that everybody have done it. So A is, some people will say is lower rate, some people will say is positive discount factor. Anyone that you understand, it still works. You understand what I'm saying? The A in front, some people will say lower rate, some people will say positive discount. Before majorly, I like to use positive discount factor and negative discount factor, but this diet I want to try to use lower because I think that's what everybody is used to. So because what happened with me last diet was I was using the positive and discount, positive and negative discount factors in class. But some students that now had personal classes of physical classes, normal classes, they were using lower rate and higher rate for them. Not like it will give you different answers, but some, I don't know, some students might get confused. That's what I'm saying. So I decided to use my, but I can still use my, let me use my negative, Abi. But anyways, it's still the same thing. So your A now, your A in that formula means your positive discount factor. NPV means the discount factor that gives you a positive NPV over NPV plus NPV, that is discount factor that gives you a positive NPV plus discount factor that gives you a negative NPV. Close the bracket. Your negative, your negative discount factor and your positive discount factor. That's how you do your internal rate of, and that's how you calculate your cost of redeemable preference shares. Please, do you have any question? I don't have any question. No question, please. Let me solve. So for cost of preference shares, I think I have how many questions here? So I explained them here. So this is the formula: dividend over market value or market or XDV is still the same thing. It's still the same thing. So I go to say that MVP equals XDV preference shares, and cost of redeemable preference shares. So I wrote it here that see this one. I wrote my positive NPV. So see, I wrote, so this IRR, the formula for IRR, for people that did the assignment, that means you are correct. So your A is discount rate that gives you a positive NPV. Your B means your discount rate that gives you a negative NPV. Positive net present value, negative net present value. If you know how to use lower rate and higher rate, use it. It still works. Nobody's going to penalize you for any one of them. You can use any one. So this question. So I think I have how many questions on cost of preference shares? Just 2 questions. So please, somebody with the first question for me. Let me solve, please. Yeah. Everyone sleeping on the bicycle. Can you guys hear me?
Can I read?
Yes, I can hear you.
Jalingo PLC. Can I read?
Yes, ma'am.
Question 1.
No problem, I'll read them.
Jalingo PLC has an issue preference share with the nominal value of 25 kobo. The agreed dividend of 5 kobo has just been paid. Required. What is the cost of a preference share?
Oh yeah. So first question that we ask you guys: do you think it's a redeemable preference share or an irredeemable preference share?
Irredeemable.
Irredeemable.
People should answer. I cannot hear.
Irredeemable. Irredeemable.
It's irredeemable.
Irredeemable.
Okay, it's redeemable because there's no number of years there now. So if you want to calculate, so you say calculation of irredeemable. These questions are just to let you understand how this thing works. If you don't understand, what's that in the Bible? The foundation is not connected, the pillar before, the house before. But basically, it's everywhere.
And the
It's not only in the
foundation is
Bible.
what can I just done?
What can they? Hey, exactly. Now that one Gonga I won't talk. So like the pillar is faulty. So like you need to understand these basics. That's why these questions are there. So you need to understand the basics of, because when we get to work, for work now, you have to calculate market value of equity and you also have to calculate cost of equity. So you need to know, and if your market value of equity, funny how you also need some information in cost of equity to calculate market value of equity. If you want to use market value, we'll get there before I start scaring you guys. So you say KP. Equals to we said DO over what now? Over XZ, Abi. Yes or yes?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't like you guys' response again. No. Like you got tired.
Yes, sir. Can hear you.
No, sir.
Don't be tired though. What do I have for my dividend? What's my dividend?
0.05.
0.05. What do I have as my XZ share price?
0.25.
1 point.
0.25.
What do I have as my cost of preference shares?
That's 0.2.
That's 20%, Abi.
20%.
No pass like this. No more than this. Number 2. Yeah, somebody should read number 2 for me, please. Oh yeah. Who are dulling my spirit oh.
Sorry. Taraba PLC is financed with 1 million redeemable preference shares with a nominal value of 1 naira and nominal rate of 8%, but currently quoted at 1 naira 5 kobo ex-if. The preference share will be redeemed at par in 5 years' time. Required. Calculate the cost of preference share.
Thank you very much. But before I explain, before I break down the question, okay, but don't worry, let me just continue. When I get to cost of debt, I'll explain that part. Now, my question to you guys is, do you think it's going to be, is it redeemable or irredeemable?
Redeemable.
This is redeemable.
Redeemable.
So
It's being
because
stated.
yes, so it's being stated, but because there's still a number of years that it will be redeemed at. So it means that we're going to use our internal rate of
IRR.
We are going to use our IRR. So we are going to choose two discount factor. So look for one that gives us a positive MPV, then we'll look for another one that gives us a negative MPV, so that we can choose the one that will pick. So let's continue. So you say you can use your IRR rate. I'm saying that you can use your IRR rate and lower rate too. Let me even use IRR rate and lower rate for this one before I hear the end of it. So I'll do that I satisfy all righteousness, so that when I start using my own cleaner, there will not be issues though. Redeemable preference. Redeemable preferences using IRR. Now, so for this now, let me do a table. So what do I have? I have here, I have item, I have cash flow, discount factor, present value. So that should be about 5, yeah? 5, I think I should have 5 by 4, yeah? Okay. So you see here, what do you have again, Abi? Items, Abi? I don't forget all these things, though. Items.
Item, cash
We
flow,
have cash flows. We
discounted
have
factor,
discount rate
Discounted
PV.
factor, PV.
and present value. Yeah.
I've noticed something in this class. When we start, the ladies are always very active. But when they reach this 10, 11, you will not see them again. Maybe I should be starting with the men, so that we can always finish together. Anyways,
Yeah,
so
we'll
let's
do that too.
assume. So let's just assume one figure. Let's assume one discount factor first. Let's start with, you can assume anyone. So let's start with, I like to start with 10%. So I was using at 10%. I don't know why I like to start with 10, maybe because it's the easiest. I don't know. Just let's start with 10%. So my year now, the first one, year zero, Abi. Year zero is always our current value. Anything current or anything, anything current or anything. So current value. So what's our current value of the preference shares?
1.05.
Do you agree?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Good. The 1.05 is very correct. But don't forget what I said. That 1.05 is what? Is per share now. So this one you need to calculate the total value, the current value. So you now do 1.05 times what now? 1.05 times what?
Times 1 million.
1 million.
What do I have?
1,050,000.
1,050,000. It's okay. Our discount factor is 10%. 10%. So okay, this is going to be 1.00 now.
That 1 million, 1 point. The big jacket.
So 50K. So we'll now have year 1.5. Now let me explain. All these things would have not been new to you if you have done bond valuation, but still listen to me, you can still understand. Now, what we are trying to calculate with this IRR is, if somebody's unmuted, please, somebody's unmuted. Now, what we're trying to calculate with this IRR is, don't forget, we said that at the beginning, this is the amount you give this person. This is the amount that the current value, this is the amount that was borrowed. I don't want to use that was borrowed, but this was the amount that, okay, when you collected the person's, or when the person collected your money, this is the amount that the share as at that time was what? The share that you're using that particular amount of money to collect was what? So what it means is that at the beginning of your investment, your money was 1,050,000. But don't forget what we said with redeemable preferences, that current dividend, dividend will be paid. So you'll be collecting dividend every year. So, and then at the end of the whole investment, everything will be collected, both the dividend and what? And the principal. Now, so for the first year 1 to 5, we want to calculate the discount, we want to calculate the current value. Don't worry what we are trying to do with net present value. When we do net, listen to me, when we do net present value, what we are trying to achieve is we want to know the money value, the current value as at today. That's what we are trying to get with net present value. Let me give you a scenario when it comes to net present value. Something happened to me one day. I like to use this example. Something happened to me one day. I just finished class because I do physical classes too sometimes. So I just finished class. Then I was very tired. I decided to go outside to a shop. Please say no. I decided to go outside to a shop. Then I wanted to buy this thing. What was the name of this thing? Is it Tim? This Tim plastic Tim drink. So when I was there, I just did there. I gave the lady 500 naira. Then when she gave me when I gave her 500 naira, I don't open the Tim. I was already drinking. I just the wait safe. I was already drinking the Tim. I did wait for my change. She was like, I think maybe she thought I was waiting to finish. I didn't know. I tried to wait. I don't almost finish this Tim now. Madam, where my change? Then she was like, it's 500 naira. Yeah? I want first Chris. Because in my head, I'm like, Tim, okay, 500 naira. So when did this happen? The problem is, or where I'm going to is that 500 naira that I used to buy one thing before could have bought two. Yes, now. Before that particular 500 could have bought two. Before it could have bought three. So if you understand that the value of money, do you understand that value of money is already that value is not doing its usual value of that money anymore. So that's why we are trying to do MP, because we want to know the current value of this 1,050,000 that you invested. Basically what we are trying to do. So that we want to bring it to today. So all the dividend that you were paying, year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, constant dividend, we want to know the value as at today. I hope that makes sense. So now you now say fixed dividend. So how much was the fixed dividend that was paid? What was the dividend that was paid? Now, let me explain. If you had done bond valuation again, you would have understood. But when it comes to this particular thing, we call it coupon. It's called coupon rate. What you will do is that nominal rate, that interest is the 8%. Interest is what is called fixed dividend. It's called interest, so you call it coupon. So it's that 8%, that interest that you are paying on it. That's how you'll be paid. So you now do 8 million of the investment. Do you understand what I'm saying? You do 8% of the investment. Listen to me. Let me come again. Listen to me. Hold on, and listen to me. Now let me start from here. Usually, Emagbo, listen. Usually, whenever you want to quote a debt, listen. A debt is always quoted 100 naira or 1,000 naira, depending. Listen. Whenever you want to quote any type of debt, it's always quoted at 100 naira. But when a debt is being quoted at 100 naira or 1,000 naira, you will remove the interest from that quotation, from that 100 naira quotation, or from that 1,000 naira quotation, depending. It's usually 100 naira, but it's not 100 naira sometimes when this thing is, what I'm saying is some questions can give you current value of the debt as 1,050,000. They cannot give you current value of the debt as 1,050,000. Your own will not be 100 naira or 1,000 now. But what I'm saying is, normally, this thing is because of the million naira in front. This debt would have been quoted at 1,000 naira. I know you don't understand what I'm saying. Listen to me. This is what I'm saying. Whenever you want to quote any debt, use either 100 naira or 1,000 naira or 1 million, depending on the value, depending on the current value. That should make sense. If this thing was like this, you cannot quote this debt for 1 million now. The current value is 1,050,000. It means the quotation of that particular debt is 1,000 naira. If it was like this, it means the quotation of that debt is 100 naira now. But the way we have it now, it means the quotation of this debt now should be 1 million. All these things, there are things we should have explained in bond valuation. There are things that we should have done, but still don't panic. We'll still get it. Now, what I'm now saying is, this dividend is the interest that you pay on that valuation, and the quotation of this particular dividend now is 1 million. So you will do 8% of 1 million now, since the interest is 8%. So you are going to be paid 8% on that particular. Now, do you know that? Listen, though, let me now come again. Do you know that? How would I say this thing that will not confuse you too much? The redemption that is at par, that they said that the redemption of this thing is at par. What is that at par? At par. At par means is the quotation amount. But they not giving the question. Normally would have been 100 naira. Do you understand? But because of the way this thing is quoted in millions, so that means the redemption value is going to be 1 million. Am I speaking gibberish? Let me put figures there. I'm sure it would make sense. So what do I have for 8% of 1 million naira?
80,000.
So if you use annuity for this thing, what do I have? People that did my assignment, you know when to use annuity.
3.79.
People that did my assignment,
3.79.
you know when to use annuity, and you know why I'm using annuity, and you know annuity formula. So that's not something I should do. Like this, Abi? So what do I have as my PV?
303,280.
200 and what?
80.
Now they've paid you dividend for year 1 to 5. So what it means is, don't forget it's still 5 years. So then at the end of year 5, you will collect what now? You will redeem. It's called redemption. Redemption. So it's going to be redeemed at 1 million. Because it is at par. I don't know if I make sense. It's because it is at par. If they had said that, so you say it will be redeemed at discount. It would have given you the discounted amount. It will be redeemed at maybe 5% discount. Just come and do 5%, add 5% to this thing, or go it by 5%. I don't know if I make sense. You say this thing will be redeemed at a discount of 5%. Oh, sorry, that's premium, not discount. You said to be redeemed at premium of 5%. They come and increase this thing by 5% now. Or say it will be redeemed at discount of 5%, reduce it. Discount means it's coming down now. And you say to be redeemed at discount of 5%, come and reduce it by 5%. You say it will be redeemed at premium of 5%, increase it by 5% premium. So this is the redemption. This is year 1 5 fixed dividend. So this year 5, what do I have? What's my discount factor?
0.621.
0.621. What do I have? 62.
620921.
620.
921.
921.
621,000.
Please, I 621,000, not 6201.
You have to be very careful with assumption, because I was already actually even looking at it. So let's say maybe set one below. So you can now come here. So what do I have for my NPV now?
125,720. Negative.
Is it positive or negative?
Negative. 125,720.
125,720. I mean, like this?
Yes. 125,720.
Okay. Now, this is the way this is supposed to look like. Let me explain a little thing again. Value of a bond or preference. Anybody asks you what is the value of a debt? What's the quotation? How do you quote a debt? The value of a debt is usually 100 naira. Do you understand? It's usually 100 naira. But in some situations, not even in some situations, it's still the same thing. 100 naira, 1,000 naira, 1 million naira is still the same thing, just depending on the value. Do you get? If they say the value of a bond, okay, let me explain it. Let me explain it like this. Listen, let me explain it like this. If they say, if you say the value of shares is 100 naira, that is any value of shares is 100 naira. Listen, they say the value of share for any value of share is 100 naira. But that means for anybody that buys one, it will collect 100 naira. I mean, the value for everyone is 100 naira. If person now wants to buy, say 10, would this still be 100 naira?
No,
Not
no.
asking me. Would the value still be 100 naira?
It will be 100
No,
times.
multiply. So the value just depend. The value just depend on what is the if this question told us that the current value or this there are 1 million redeemable preference shares. If it was not 1 million, if it was about 1,000, and you multiply 1,000 by this 105, it would have given you 1,050. You cannot come and quote this debt as 100 naira now. When this particular 1.05 XD, when it's here at 1.05, as it is like this, it is quoted as 100 naira. It is that 1 million naira number of shares that increased this thing to the way it is. I don't know if you understand me. I hope you do. I really hope. But maybe when we solve more questions, you see the way it works, because it's still the same thing we'll do for cost of debt. So I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. So now we have a negative NPV. Now let me give you a trick. You know that what we want to do here now, we need to pick a positive NPV next, Abi. Some students, I've seen students that you now start assuming. You will assume, and all the time will go. That's why most people don't like to use positive and negative. That's why I noticed over time. The reason why people like to use lower rate and higher rate is because you've gotten negative. Now, how do I know the one that will give me positive? Would I now be guessing and be guessing? Now, the answer is no, you don't have to be guessing and be guessing. There's a trick to it. The trick is the lower, listen to me. The higher your discount factor, the lower your NPV. Listen, the higher your discount factor, the lower your NPV. The higher your discount factor, the lower your NPV. And the lower your discount factor, the higher your NPV. The other way around. The higher your discount factor, the lower your NPV. The lower your discount factor, the higher your NPV. Now, we've gotten a 125,720. And what do we want to do? No, don't forget what we are going. We are going to 0. Abi, we are going to 0, 1, 2, 3. That means we are reducing this 125,720 now. Abi now. If we increase it, we will be going to negative 130, negative 140, negative 150 now. But if we reduce it to 10, reduce it to negative 10, negative 8, to reduce it to 0 before we now start picking positive. So that means I want to reduce this 125,720. So if I want to, and I've told you, the higher your discount factor, the lower your NPV. So now that I want to reduce it, would I increase the discount factor? Or I will reduce it.
You reduce it.
You reduce it now. So you can use 5%, you can use, but always make sure at least you can still use your higher rate and lower rate, honestly. Anyone that works for you, please. This is the one that works for me. So higher rate, lower, positive and negative. So if you want to reduce this thing, you want to reduce this 125,720, you reduce your discount factor too. So let's continue. So this still remains the same. Your fixed dividend still remains the same. What's my discount factor? Isn't annuity? Yeah, 5% annuity. What's formula for annuity?
4.329. 329.
329. What's my present value?
346, 320.
346, 320. This still remains. Okay, no. This changes. What's my discount factor here? Should be 78.
0.784.
So that means I have 784K here. What do I have? Yeah.
80,320.
Positive, Abby.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's go and calculate our cost of. Preference shares. So you now say A plus Okay, A plus NPV A over NPV A plus NPV B. Like this, abi? B minus A. I'm actually, I don't do it before. So you now do this. What our A? What discount factor give us positive NPV 10? Now, okay, Sha. I would explain later when I get to that.
5%.
5%.
Was it positive that give us? Was it positive that give us? Was it this one that give us 5?
5%.
Yes, it was 5%.
5. What do I have here? 10, 20. Abi?
8320.
Sorry. I never chop. All right. 8320 again. 8320.
125720.
125.
720.
Now the thing is, somebody saying minus. It's fine, but the thing is, if you see some
give us plus.
if you see some books we put minus. Some books we put plus. It's still the same thing. Those ones that put minus, what they are assuming is, once they put minus, you will come and put another minus for me. This one, yeah. So the minus times minus will give you plus, but some would save you that stress and just put plus. So it's still the same thing that it means. So what do I now have here? 10 minus 5, have
10 minus 5.
So what do I have?
6.9.
5 plus 8320 over 206,040.
Mute your mic and paste that in calculator. Thank you.
6.9%.
6.95%.
7%, have you?
Yes.
You know, pass like this, so as simple as ABC. Very, very simple. So yeah, any question, please? I will do cost of debt today, whether you like it or not. Any question, please? Real quick. My screen is blocked. Please, what's blocking my screen? I don't think there's anything that's blocking my screen. Please, you understand, please? Adimo, you want to ask me something? Adimo, you want to ask me something? Okay. Let me do cost of debt real quick. So for cost of debt is actually, I think somebody is raising up their hand. Odebe, please, your question, please. Sorry if I pronounced that wrongly, please.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, in this question, we are asked it's redeemable at par. What organization whereby it's redeemable at premium? Are we still going to put the 1 million?
I've said it now. Redeemable at premium, they will give you percentage that is going to increase by. Just increase that 1 million by whatever is increasing by.
All right, thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome. Now, let me do cost of debt. But before I go, let me explain something. You see this thing that is here like this. You can see I know why I'm always saying you can see some books. I'll be saying it over time because I know some of you in your front or in your book, in your room, that you have about 10 different textbooks for it. I don't know what they do. Maybe you want to start doing book supply. You have about 10, you will be reading different book. Your head will come the hot. Well done. So I always say, if you see some book, because some people just like to assume that you know it. Now you can see some book. What they will do is, instead of them putting this fixed dividend 1 to 5, they will do 1 to 4. Listen, no. Instead of them doing 1 to 5, they will do 1 to 4. When they now get to this 5th year, instead of them now doing 1 million, they will now do 1,080,000. You know the assumption? The assumption is, the first assumption was that the dividend was paid separately. Listen, no. You know, the dividend was paid separately just year 1 to 5. Then on the last year, you redeem only the money back. That was the first assumption. But this particular assumption was dividend was paid year 1 to 4. Then on the last year, you were paid your amount together with dividend. It's different now. So the first one, okay, they were transferring 80,000 to year 1, 80,000 to year 2, 8,000 to year 3, 8,000 to year 4. Then on the last year, they transfer 80,000 to you. Then later, maybe later in the evening, later in the night, or later the next day, they transfer 1 million naira to you. That was the first assumption. That's the one we did. But this assumption is that year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, you will transfer 80,000. The last year, that transfer 1 million, 80,000 together to you. If you do it like this, you give you the same answer. I'm just saying this thing so that you will not have problem when you are reading textbooks. So if you do it the same way with that one, it will give you the same thing. You can try it when you are less busy, but it will give you the same answer. But please make sure, take note of the years. So that being said, so please, cost of debt. Now, am I too fast? These things are simple now.
No.
These things are simple. So for cost of debt now, for cost of debt, we have two types of debt. Still the same thing. We have the redeemable debt and the irredeemable debt. For the redeemable debt, it will take number of years, and it's still going to be IRR. That's redeemable. Then for irredeemable, formula for irredeemable is 1 open bracket. I open bracket 1 minus t over x int price times 100. Your I is your interest. 1 minus t is tax. We are just trying to let you know that, okay, interest is tax deductible. Oh, tax allowable, sorry, it's tax allowable. What it means is before you calculate your interest, should be profit before interest and tax. So what it means is you would have subtracted your interest now. You would have subtracted your interest before you get your profit. So that's why we're just trying to account for it. So that's why we say I open bracket 1 minus t. So we're trying to account for that interest. So that's why it's I equals 1 minus t over x int price times 100. That's the formula for your irredeemable debt. Then for redeemable, it's still the same IRR that you've done that you will do again. So I think I have how many questions in the book. Let me see the ones I'll solve. So in some questions, when they tell you that the company pays, when they say the company pays tax, when they say the company pays tax, if the question, maybe the company pays tax of 10% or 20%. So you subtract, if it is a redeemable bond, if it is an irredeemable bond, I1 minus T, the T would have been the tax rate. If the company pays tax, if the company does not pay tax, leave the 1 minus T out of it. Just use only interest. Do you understand? If you said the company pays tax, so the I1 minus T would work. But if the company does not pay tax, it will remove the 1 minus T. That's for the irredeemable. When it comes to redeemable, for redeemable, the company pays tax, that interest, that fixed dividend, when it comes to cost of debt, this interest, let me show you, this fixed dividend becomes interest. For cost of debt, it's not dividend now. For debt, it's not dividend that you pay, it's interest now. So this interest, this becomes interest. But when it gets to this particular cash flow, if it is redeemable, listen, if it is redeemable, or sorry, if the company pays tax, if the company pays tax, you come and deduct that tax rate from this cash flow, from this particular interest. We are still doing like what we did earlier now. I equals to 1 minus T is what we are still doing. So you come and remove the tax from this thing. That's if the company pays tax, but the company does not pay tax. Leave it like this. Let's solve questions. So I think let me check the questions I have in the question bank. Let me see the ones I will solve and the ones I'll give you as assignment. So okay, question 1, question 2. Okay. So I can do, okay, this one is irredeemable. This one is irredeemable. This one. So I'll do 1 irredeemable and 1 redeemable. I'll leave the rest for you. So I'll do 1 irredeemable and 1 redeemable. So for the irredeemable, let me do this. Let me do the first one. I'll do the first one. I'll leave the second one for you as assignment. Then for the redeemable, I will do the third one. I'll do the third one, then I'll leave the rest for you as assignment. So I'm going to do Techno PLC and Hazard PLC. So you have 2, 4, and 5 as assignment. That's assignment 1. Assignment 2. Write this one down before I forget. Assignment 2 now. What are the assumptions of CAPM? Write it in your note. Write it in your note. So you have two assignments. You have this assignment number 1. So you have number 2, you have number 4, you have number 5 as your assignment. Then the one that I want to give you now is what are the assumptions of CAPM. So yeah, cost of debt. Costs. We are starting real work next week when we start doing work. That's when work is starting. All this one we are doing, we are just playing. So please, somebody read question 1 for me, please. Oh, yeah, fast.
Techno PLC. Techno PLC is financed with 10 million.
Read on. This is not the time where I do shakara. Anybody that
With
reads
10
for me,
million, 9% irredeemable debenture quoted at 102 naira.
Don't they catch me? Oh yeah.
Techno PLC is financed with 10 million, 9% irredeemable debenture quoted at 102 naira. Interest on debenture was paid last week. What is the cost of debenture if the company is not liable to pay tax? 2, company tax rate is still 40%. That's required.
Techno PLC, are we?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, let me first. The company is not liable to pay tax, are they?
Yes, sir.
Okay, no. Techno, the company is not liable to pay tax. Okay, so you are supposed to calculate if the company they are not liable and if they are liable to pay tax. 2 questions. So, how do I keep doing this one? So you say Techno PLC, you now say calculating AD if the company is not. Why does this thing keep increasing? So change it for you. Company is not liable to pay tax. So you now say, what's that formula again? KD equals to
Interest, open bracket.
Interest.
Tax. See, we are not able to pay tax. So yes.
You are not liable to pay tax now.
Okay.
So
remove it. Yeah. X interest price, I guess, times 100.
You'll be putting all those songs when you get your answer. So what do I have? What's my KD? What's my interest? Sorry.
9%.
What's my interest?
9%.
0.09. What's my X price?
102.
102.
Yes.
So let me use 9 for this one, but it would still work. What do I have? What's my answer?
Give us for your life.
0.08.
0.09.
0.09.
What's our tax? What's our tax rate?
40%.
40%.
What do I have? What do I have?
0.59.
0.51.
0.59. 59.
0.59. That's 59%.
0.051.
Which one is it now? Is it 59 or the 5%? What's my answer?
5%.
5%.
5%.
So this is it's like this. Yeah. Question 2. Have you question? What? Okay, I thought I was doing some question 3. So what's question 3?
Question 3. Hazard PLC. Hazard PLC is financed with 8% redeemable debenture with a total nominal value of 10 million.
Hold on. What's the question of that question? What was the question of that question?
Question 3. Question 3.
Please read question 4. Let me read question. This question 3 is not what's the name? It's not asking, it's not cost of debt now. It's not value, it's unit value, it's one value. So you might not have to do IRR and all, so it might not be important. Please read question 4. Let me solve question 4.
All right, sir. Emery PLC has 10% redeemable debenture in its capital structure. The debenture is currently quoted at 106 naira x interest, and it will be redeemed at par in 5 years' time. Required. Calculate the cost of the company's debenture.
Please, this question 3 is value of the debt. So if you had done cost of cap, if you had done bond valuation, you would have understood this one very well. But if you want to help yourself out, if you want to help yourself a little, if you want to help yourself, you can do something like this. Go to Apex YouTube channel, check my bond valuation class. But I feel like if you need it here, but like since it's not in the syllabus and you understand all these IRR things very well, you might not necessarily need it. But if you don't understand IRR and the basis of some of this interest, you can go and check that class out. But this value of debenture is basically for bond valuation question, anyways. So let me solve Emery instead, since we don't have. For people that did this cost of capital last class, that number 3 is not a question I will solve. It's a question I will tell them to go and solve. To solve in class, because it's something I taught them in bond valuation. Do you understand? But since we did not do it, no problem with that. So we are still choosing calculation of. So let's say you said calculation of redeemable debt, redeemable debt using IRR. So let's do this the exact same thing we did now. Let's assume 10% first. So what's our current value?
I think 106 or so.
106.
Is it? 106 now. Do you understand?
Yes.
Good. 106. If there was number of shares and all those things, it probably would have increased. But since they didn't give you that information, just use what you have. You say 106. 106. Sorry, I made a mistake somewhere. Okay, but since you guys understand, I should have put this in jacket. So is there no need? There's need now.
I said it that time.
Yeah. So what do I have as my so this becomes fixed interest, not fixed dividend, please. This becomes fixed interest. What do I have as my fixed interest?
10.
10.
10. So what do I have as my annual interest? Still the same 10. So it should be like 38, are we? No, sorry. It will be like 37.9, 38-ish.
Yes.
Let me use 37.9. 7.9. Let me maintain 2 decimal. What's my redemption value going to be?
100.
100.
Thank you very much. Still the same 621. So this becomes 62.1.
That is 106 negative.
106.
The year 0. No, year 0.
Okay, sorry.
106.
I mean to be 106. I thought everything is 106. So what's the answer for this one?
Minus 5.99.
Minus
5.99. minus 5.99.
So, if we come on office, I hope you guys are keeping my figure.
Yes, sir.
What's this? 43. What do I have?
Yes, 106 plus 20.69. 20.69. 20.69.
I didn't get that though.
20.69. No, sorry.
15.69 positive.
Yeah. 16.69. 16.69.
15.69.
15.69.
Okay. So when we get here, you see 5 plus 15.69. 15.69 plus 5.99, 10, almost 5. What do I have? What do I have?
0.086. That's 9%.
9%.
So I think that's for that. So please leave question 2 here. Leave this as that. So do 2 and 5. Do 2 and 5. This I don't think you should be able to do this one, but anyways, do 2 and 5. Excuse me. Do 2 and 5. Then this 2 and 5 is if the company is liable and if they are not liable to pay tax. So do 2 and do number 5 as assignment. And please don't forget the due. I still noticed some students still submitting assignments. So if you can try this also. Try this with year 1 to 4. Tell it to year 1 to 4. Then this year 5. Now make this 110. So that you can get the same answer at this particular end. So you can try it on your own. Year 1 to 4, year 10. Then this one will still be your year 5. Then 110. Because I know some of you still attend physical classes. Some of you don't trust online, but some of you that will still attend physical or paid classes. This might be what your lecturer is doing. But the thing is, it might be wrong for some questions. Let me tell you a question that last question we solved. If you had done it like that, it would have been wrong because the question abstractly said that it was redeemed at par. Question has told you it was redeemed at par. You have no right to go and increase or change the question. When question said it was redeemed at par, you did do your own. But in question where it was not stated, like something like this, just give you something where it was not stated, you could have done it and it could have flied, or it could have flown, or it could have flew, anyone. So that's shout out for that, anyways. So please do my assignment. And I said some students are still making some mistakes or still sending assignment to my normal number. That is why some of the reasons why some people I did not answer to some of them, or not like I did not answer, I was not able to check. Like I said, students are in my DM asking for link. So a lot of unknown numbers are in my DM. So or unsaved numbers. Don't let me say unknown because I know all of you. Right? It's just unsaved numbers in my DM. So please, for me, for easy access or for me to look at the assignment on time, please send it to my order number. If you don't have it, ask anybody or somebody that has it to drop it on the chat box. This will be like the 15th time that they are dropping that number. So that is that. So please submit to that number so am I able to. If you actually submitted your previous assignment and I was not able to look at it, I'm very sorry. And I might not be able to look at it because I've done the correction. If I didn't do correction now, I could have looked at it. If I've done correction, just go ahead, correct your books. I plan to do correction, but I looked at some people's book just to correct some mistakes and note it out. Exactly. So just correct your mistakes and make sure you understand. And do this one, submit again, and I will, as much as possible, try to look at it. What else? So, okay, I should have apologized for your lecturer not coming on Sunday. I think he had issues with his system or he had issues with network. But he should be able to, he will definitely be able to make it up to you guys this Sunday. I think he would be in class and he'll be able to make it up to you guys this Sunday. So you have class on Saturday and you have class on Sunday. Subsequently, we might be using our Wednesdays. I don't know yet, but we'll announce. You know, our Wednesday on our timetable is still free. We used to use it for SFM before. But we don't want SFM to choke this diet as that yet. But let's see the way our covering of our syllabus would go. So maybe by next month or by September, we might start using Wednesday. I don't think you have anything Wednesday, maybe 9 p.m. or so. I think 9 p.m. I don't know. I don't think you have anything either 9 p.m. or 7 p.m. You have only one class on Wednesday, sure. So we might start using it for SFM depending, but let's see how it goes on time. That also being said, 1 minute, let me check something. Okay, but while waiting, let me just take questions. I want to check something. I always later get that there has to be questions on YouTube, which I'm not always able to look at because I'm always here majority of the time. So let me run through YouTube and see if I have any question there. But in the absence of that, please, if you have any question from here, please ask me. I want to check something. So please, if you have questions, please ask me. Okay, so Olawale, please ask me your question. Olawale, please ask me your question, please.
No question. I just want to thank you. I want to thank Nigeria for giving us a smooth network tonight, for enjoying you. Thank you.
You're welcome. So you enjoyed me? I'm blushing.
And even the network that allowed you, the network has allowed you to blush to.
No problem. Thank you. Adimora Adaolisa. Thank you very much for doing it. Oh, wow. Just unmuted yourself to come and disturb us, Mr. Isaac. Adimora, please, you want to ask me something, please? Before I faint in this people's class, okay, I go find a job. Oh yeah, Adimora, please. Do you have any questions? Okay, so in the absence of no question and a very, very successful class, I think I can draw the curtain here. So from our next class, we'll be starting with weighted average cost of capital. So you can look at that because that is a little bit intense. It's not all this child's play we're doing now. Because for that one, I will calculate market value. We'll calculate market value of equity, calculate market value of debt, calculate market value of preference shares. We're not going to calculate cost of equity, cost of debt, cost of preference shares. Or we're not going to put it in work formula here to not get our weighted average cost of capital. And if you want to calculate your market value of equity, or market value of debt, or market value of preference shares, there are three ways. You can either use you can use market value, you can use book value, or you can use ash total. Everything is we are going to discuss everything in this class next week, Monday, by the grace of God. So please look at it prior to the class and make sure you are familiar, if possible, with it. So on that note, I think I drew the curtain here. Thank you guys very, very much for listening to me. At least you guys' microphone usage has increased to a very, very good extent. I really enjoyed the class. There was no unnecessary muting, and we all followed the rules and regulations. I hope we have more successful class like this. Thank you guys very, very much for sticking with me. It's a nice class. Good night. Enjoy the rest of your night and enjoy the rest of your week. Good night, everyone.
Good night, sir.
Good night, sir.
Good night, sir. Thanks, sir. Good night, sir.
Good night, sir.
Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you, sir.
No problem.